still doing this, dude? Uh...
Little Mac, in my opinion, has one of the worst designs in Smash Ultimate, and I think it's these significant design flaws that make him one of the worst characters in the game competitively. In this video, I will be explaining what those flaws are and why Little Mac is such a bad character in competitive Smash. If you like videos that go over characters like this, please consider giving this a like, and also subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet. It helps me out a lot, and it's just a few simple clicks. With that being said, let's get into the video. So I want to talk about Little Mac's strengths first because I think he does some things incredibly well, and I want to highlight the good and the bad of the character to show you why his flaws matter more than his strengths in the long run. Little Mac has incredibly good grounded options. He's one of the only characters in the game that has a frame 1 jab, which is the fastest your attack can be. He has one of the fastest run and walk speeds, making him one of the fastest characters on the ground. He has incredibly good burst options when combining his ground speed with his dash attack and tilts. Because of his run animation, Little Mac is able to low profile under a lot of rising aerials and high place hitboxes. All three of his tilts are not only fast, but very useful to him. Down tilt and up tilt are both good combo starters that can be used to juggle the opponent, as well as set up for kills. Forward tilt is a fast poking tool that can also kill at higher percents. All of his smash attacks have incredible kill power and have decent startup. They also have super armor on them, meaning if you time the attack properly, he will armor through most moves, which makes it easier for him to challenge the opponent's attacks. His forward smash can be angled, giving him the ability to send the opponent vertically instead of horizontally to mix up their DI if you angle it up, or make the attack more safe on shield, potentially break shields, and do more damage while setting up for potential follow-ups by angling it down. Although he's not good at going off stage to edgeguard recoveries, he has two good 2-framing options with down smash and down tilt. Little Mac is tied for having the fastest out shield option in the game with his frame 3 up special. Although the hitbox comes down on frame 3, he has intangibility frames on frame 1, meaning he can actually challenge untrue block strings more easily. And, of course, I have to bring up Little Mac's X Factor move, KO Punch. Once his meter is full, Little Mac gains the ability to throw out an incredibly strong and unblockable attack, which can take stocks at super low percents and can hit pretty high above him. If the opponent is at the right percent, he can even combo into it with his other moves. After everything I've explained about Little Mac so far, he seems like he'd be a really good character. And that is where his flaws come into play, because even though Little Mac has such fantastic strengths, his flaws are just that much worse. Little Mac has one of the worst grabs, one of the worst recoveries, and one of the worst set of aerials in the game. This forces Little Mac to heavily rely on his grounded attacks while utilizing jump or grab in neutral far less than any other character. While this may not seem that bad because Little Mac is really good while he's grounded, it makes his options limited, and there are a lot of characters who have grounded options that are comparable to him, while also having a significantly better grab, recovery, and aerials. It doesn't help that Smash Ultimate is one of the most jump heavy Smash games thanks to all but one character having a 3-frame jump squat and most aerials having little end lag. In a lot of cases, in order for Little Mac to do anything about an opponent full hopping, he has to do something very committal to challenge it, or he just has to wait for them to land. If Little Mac himself jumps at the opponent, it's not very threatening at all. It's difficult for him to land aerials on the opponent thanks to the lack of range they have, and they're all pretty unsafe on shield. In the rare case you do actually land an aerial, he can sometimes get a follow-up in the right situation, so they're not completely useless. He has the option to throw out his side or down special, which can further mix up his jump options, but they're a pretty big commitment that can lead to getting punished harder. Neutral special can be used as well, but how useful it is depends a lot on the matchup since it has damage-based armor, meaning if the opponent has a large variety of moves that do enough damage to break the armor, it probably isn't going to be useful. Against characters that can't easily break neutral special's armor, it can actually be a pretty decent option, especially since you can cancel the move with shield. Little Mac's lackluster aerials can also make it difficult for him to land against the opponent when he's being juggled. Like before, his neutral, side, and down special can be used to help him land, but they have the same drawbacks I mentioned. Something else I want to add about his down special is that there can be occasions where Little Mac can successfully activate his counter, but the counter attack whiffs, which can leave him vulnerable and allow the opponent to still punish him. Similarly to what I said about his aerials, Little Mac's grab isn't going to be used very much. The combination of his grab coming out in frame 9, as well as having a very small grab range, makes this one of the worst grabs in the entire game. For how bad his grab is, his throws aren't very rewarding either. Depending on the character and their percent, he can combo out of down throw, but only into his up special. At higher percents, Little Mac's down throw could actually combo into up special and get a kill, but to my knowledge this only works if the opponent does not DI the throw properly. So against players who know how to DI this, it's probably not going to work. Up and forward throw you can also get potential follow-ups from, but like down throw, if the opponent DIs properly, he won't be able to get anything from it. This might surprise a lot of people, but Little Mac's back throw can actually kill at higher percents. It's not a very strong kill throw, but it is a kill throw nonetheless. Overall, for how bad Little Mac's grab is, His throws do very little to actually reward you for landing them if you face an opponent who can competently DI them. As I mentioned before, Lil Mac has one of the worst recoveries in the entire game. It's a combination of him not having good aerials to defend himself, having one of the lowest double jumps in the game, his recovery move's not going very far, and having the second fastest fall speed in the game. He does have the ability to recover with side special, and because he doesn't go into free fall after using it, do up special to go a greater distance. The major downside to this is that if you don't grab the ledge or land after using side special, you never get it back even if the opponent hits you. Lil Mac's best answer against opponents who aggressively attack him off stage is his counter, which can help him recover, but it's a pretty big commitment. If the opponent baits out the counter, then it will most likely guarantee Lil Mac being edgeguarded at that stock, since there is plenty of time to hit Lil Mac during the end lag of his unactivated counter animation. There's some situations where the opponent doesn't even have to edgeguard Lil Mac if he counters and it doesn't activate because the move will halt his horizontal momentum and cause him to be too far to recover. In rare cases where you're hit off stage and have KO punch, you can actually use the move to help you recover. But Lil Mac has quite a bit of end lag after doing this, so if the opponent reacts properly, they should be able to easily edgeguard him for doing it. There is a trick Lil Mac can do to actually increase the horizontal distance of his up special, and that is by throwing out an aerial just before you use it. I have no idea how it works, but it's pretty easy to set up and helps him recover in situations that would usually be impossible. I think there's one major factor that prevents Lil Mac from having the undeniably worst recovery in the game, and that is his airspeed. It makes it so that if Lil Mac is high enough while off stage, he'll at the very least have a chance to make it back on stage. In a lot of cases, to edgeguard most characters, you need to guess or react properly 2 to 3 times in certain situations. Versus Lil Mac, you only need to do that once usually. Lil Mac, in my opinion, feels like an incomplete character. While he does have amazing grounded attacks and mobility, when it comes to everything else, he is severely lacking. He's basically a character in a platform fighter that can't really platform. While this may not seem as bad at first because his ground game is so great, you'll soon realize that there are a number of characters who have a comparable ground game to Lil Mac without having his major flaws. While he does have KO Punch, this in no way makes up for what he lacks, and even KO Punch isn't as good as it seems because he can lose it by getting hit. Although Lil Mac is one of the worst characters in the game, I don't think he's completely unusable competitively. I feel like Ultimate is a game where even the worst characters have matchups they're decent in and are able to win, and Lil Mac is no exception. If a new iteration of Smash comes out, hopefully Lil Mac gets the quality of life changes he so desperately needs. That's gonna do it for this video. Let me know what you think about Lil Mac and if you agree or disagree with what I said in the comments. Also, again, don't forget to like the video if you liked it and subscribe if you enjoy my content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.